Hey, you. Welcome back. It's your girl, the Money Mindset Solutionist. On this show is what we talk about self love and self development to command our money. This is how we get that good, happy money flowing to us with no effort whatsoever. And what better way to talk about this story or talk about this situation than listening to Reesa Teesa's story? Reesa Teesa is the one who did the series on Who the Fuck Did I Marry, the 50-part series. And she took us through some stories that she had in her life with the toxic relationship and how she got out of it. Let's just hear a little clip of where she came from and what's happening for her through her stories. Hold on one second.
I had no idea it would take off the way that it took off, but I'm beyond grateful that it did.
When Teresa Johnson shared her breakup with the world, she says she did not expect it to go viral.
Hi, and welcome. We all know why you're here. You're here for part of the new series that I'm calling Who the Did I Marry? Here is part one of Who the Did I Marry?
Widely known as Reesa Teesa, her epic 50-part series garnered millions of views on TikTok.
Did I marry?
I had no idea it was going to turn into what it turned into. I really thought a lot of things were working against me. Number one, I didn't have any filter or lights or any, special equipment. Number two, it's 10-minute videos.
Why TikTok and not YouTube or Instagram?
The simplest reason is I don't know how to use those two. That's just the simplest reason.
She became a viral sensation with her 8-hour relationship saga.
Part 37, Who the Did I Marry? So at this point in time, I have filed for divorce.
And her viral fame led to a media whirlwind.
Were you nervous at all about sharing?
Yes, I was nervous, but ultimately I decided if you're going to tell this story, tell the whole story.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. I already know that this has been overwhelming for you. How do you process it right now? With a smile on your face.
I'm doing the best I can.
CNN reached out to her former husband. He denied Johnson's story and says he's the one who ended the relationship.
A lot of people have questions as to why you would want to go public with your story. I know that you've said that if it helps just one person, it was worth it. Has it been worth it?
It has. I've had a lot of messages from people who are telling me, I went through something very similar. Your story has helped me make decisions in my own relationship. So I definitely would say the overwhelming support has definitely made this worth it in the end thus far.
Now Johnson has been signed by talent agency CAA.
And say thank you. Thank you to all of you.
And where do we go from here? What do you see as the next thing for you?
So for me, I would really like to take this story to a bigger platform. TikTok is huge, and I acknowledge that because, my God, this is blown up. But it can go even bigger. What do I mean by that? It can be books, meaning publishing, television, movie. There are a lot of people in this world who are going through something similar or even worse than what I went through. If this story can help them, and if a bigger platform will help them, I want to take it to a bigger platform.
Wow. That's big dreams. And that's how you're supposed to dream big. She said television, books, movies, anywhere you want to go, she wants it. And this is what happens when you start to work on yourself. Number one, she took accountability for what part she played in this relationship. It is so easy to get into a relationship with someone. I think when she said they first met, she had a car incident where he came and he helped her out. He paid for the car service and whatever repairs that she needed. He took her out to dinner. I think it was 2020. They had to make a fast decision as to where they would live. They decided to move together. He paid for the rent. I mean, who's not going to be happy with that and think like, oh, I hit the jackpot. I finally found the one. I mean, so that's not uncommon for her to feel like she found that person. But as time went on, she said there were a bunch of red flags that she ignored. And that's the accountability part that she's taken. I wanted to be in a relationship so bad, yet I didn't say anything. But then she started to take mental notes. And once you start to play on a psyche, once you start to play on the mind, it takes a toll. So, you know, she's going through stuff. And the first thing I can think about is her being pregnant. I mean, you want to be pregnant, you want to have a healthy baby, yet unfortunately her baby died. But you can almost see that as a blessing in disguise. Could you imagine having a baby with this person? And in his defense, his brother did describe him as a person with bipolar and schizophrenia, and he was schizophrenic. So, you know, that is some serious issues. And if you're not taking your medication, then it could be really worse. So imagine if this guy had an evil spirit on him. I mean, she's living with someone who has the culpability to do anything at this point because he's not in his right state of mind. But thank God he didn't have that spirit on him. So I'm glad that she initially knew something was wrong and then eventually did something to combat whatever the situation was. I mean, they were looking for houses together. Could you imagine? I mean, things not working out because whatever reason, he was just lying. She said he's a pathological liar. So whenever they go look for a house, it would fall through. He said he was a football player. He said he had this type of money. He said he was the director at his job when he really was a low-level employee, which I'm not knocking. I'm just saying that he was acting like he was somebody that he wasn't. That is scary. That is a scary situation. So now she's really trying to figure out how she's going to get out of this situation. And the thing is about her, she didn't try to bash him. She didn't use his real name. She's just telling her story. So this is what happened to her, but she's not trying to berate him or put him down. She's dealing with the situation from her perspective. So this all ties into self-love. She's starting to love on herself. Self-esteem. She's starting to know that her worth is much better than what she had put her situation in. I think Reesa Teesa is a beautiful person inside and out. Sometimes when you're not in the right spirit of what you need, you attract what you are. I'm not saying she's a mental person, but she wasn't at the self-esteem level that she needed to be to attract a person of that mental capacity. So now she's building herself up. She's having opportunities come to her. See, self-love, self-worth, opportunities, money. Remember, money is attracted to confidence. She's starting to build herself up. Look at the platform she's on. CNN, Taryn Hall, talent agency, CAN signed her up. Come on, she's commanding that money now because she's turned over a new leaf. She's gotten her self-worth intact, her self-love intact, her self-esteem. She's building upon herself. She took accountability for what she did wrong. She's moving forward and she's being honest with herself. That's cleaning the pipes, baby. That is cleaning the pipes. And ultimately, she's forgiving him. She's forgiving him. And that's where you start to clean the insides out. Forgiveness. So I am so proud of her. If anything, that she is the blueprint for regular people to learn how to grow and just build yourself up. And then this is where you can catapult yourself to a whole nother arena. Like, I'm loving on her and I'm understanding her, and I hope people get the message. Don't hate on her and say, oh, well, we don't know if this is true. This could be lying. If she was lying, she's still a genius. She's a marketing genius. Look at the title. Who the F did I marry? That's a hook right there. That's a hook right there. Okay. So moving forward, she had these 10-minute stories. So it was captivating. It was drawing people in. People wanted to hear, well, what happened next? Or what happened next? You know, some people were summarizing it so you didn't have to even watch the 50 parts. But at the end of the day, she knows how to tell a story. She knows how to benefit from being vulnerable. It's okay. Things happen. Everybody plays the fool sometimes. It's okay. As long as you can talk about it. That was self-healing. So even though she's gone to therapy, she still needed to get it out. And I totally understand that. I need to talk about it. I need to get it out. I need to get it out of my system. I know someone that I've been talking to for many years who had a bad relationship, and that relationship is still affecting this person to this day. I instructed this person to talk about it. Get in the mirror and say what you need to say to yourself. Take accountability for yourself and talk to this person as if you're talking to the person, but get in the mirror and get it all out. This person has a hard time doing that. They don't want to cry. They don't want to look back at it or whatever. You have to go through the process of healing. You have to let it out. And it's not for that other person. It's for you. If you want to grow and you want to take accountability and you want things to open up for you, you have to let that stuff go and let it out. You have to forgive and you have to move on. And that's what Reesa Teesa is doing. Unfortunately, this other person is not doing it, and they're still suffering from those past events and not dealing with it. So I highly recommend listening to these stories and that Reesa Teesa is talking about, and getting it out your system and taking lessons, because like I said, money is attracted to confidence. And look at this. She's having opportunities. So she's commanding the money. This is how you command the money. Command the right money, the good money. She's doing what she needs to do. And I couldn't be more proud of her. So let this be a lesson to everyone to deal with yourself first and foremost, and then watch how things unfold. God will always help the person who helped themselves. He will command the universe to usher in opportunities for you. Things will start to overflow in your life once you deal with yourself, love on yourself, and do the best that you can do to make it a better situation. I am so glad you joined me today, and I just want to hear what your take is on this situation. What do you feel about Reesa Teesa? What do you feel about the story? What do you feel about what I said? Let me know. Get in the comments and let me know how you feel. I appreciate you, and always remember, I love you for free. It's not going to cost you a thing. So have a great day, and let me know in the comments what you think. Toodles.